Hi, and welcome once again to Stone Soup.
The world according to sci-fi geeks.
You may have noticed we didn't put anything up last week. That's because I was at a convention in Dallas, Texas.
And all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
But it's a really great convention called FinCon. Anyway, we thought we'd talk today about the fact that last week was the first week of the return of various TV series. Their fall premieres, season premieres.
Darn near every show we watch, actually every show we currently watch, had its premiere this last week.
Except for the summer ones,
yes.
You know, Closer and
Closer, Warehouse 13.
all those, yeah.
Yeah.
Eureka. Anyway, so first there was Castle.
Yes. We like Castle, although we do have a few issues with its basic premise.
I just really have trouble accepting the fact that just because he's the mayor's buddy, he gets to follow a New York City detective around all the time. 20 years of Law and Order, I just can't buy it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But we love Nathan Fillion, so we can handle it.
So we don't care. We love the show. We love Nathan. We just don't really
Hello,
accept
Captain Tight Pants.
Yes, we just don't accept the premise.
The premiere was good. You know, nothing new or striking happened here, but the band is back together.
Yeah, the band's back together, more the same. NCIS the next night. Castle was on Monday. On Tuesday, we had NCIS. We love NCIS. Now, at the convention I was mentioning, I overheard a remark about the bad writing on NCIS. But, you know, it's the #1 drama in the country, so an awful lot of people like to watch it anyway. I mean, yeah, there are some issues.
Yeah, one forensic...
Only one forensic scientist
in the whole group?
Yeah.
That's a little hard to swallow, if only because there's so many things that the forensics people have to do now that one person could be a master of all of them. He'd have to be a super genius. And he is a genius, but...
I mean, come on, you need more hands and arms and legs and time to do it all. It's just not really possible.
I grant you that crimes in the Navy would be far fewer than crimes in the general populace just because, you know, the Navy is a smaller group. But
and spread out.
Yeah, even so.
Anyway, and we don't watch NCIS LA, so...
No.
I mean, we watched a couple episodes and just didn't do anything for us.
But anyway, NCIS, they did wrap up their hanging plot thread from last year, and we're very grateful for that because we didn't care for that plot thread. It interferes too much with what they usually do.
Yeah. I mean, they were at a point where they were kind of frozen if they didn't finish that up. And they did.
Literally, because they had to have, all the people had to have bodyguards around them because seriously bad people were after them. And you can't solve crime when you have bodyguards following you everywhere and you're constantly looking over your shoulder in case you're going to get sniped.
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
But they solved it quite satisfactorily, so we're good.
And also SVU was the night after that. We
watch procedurals.
Yeah, we watch a lot of procedurals. We love Law and Order SVU, but it was more of the same. They actually did 2 episodes.
Yep. They were good episodes, but they were
very
just,
good episodes, but
more
it was
of the usual.
horrific crimes against children solved and taken care of.
Yes. That we will at least watch the pilot for Law and Order Los Angeles, but we just can't help but thinking L.A. Really? You got a whole country here, and where do you choose after you've been in New York for 20 years?
L.A.
Creatively bankrupt much, people?
Come on, there are other cities in this country. How about...
Are the big, interesting cities.
How about Law and Order Dallas? Law and Order New Orleans? That's got a je ne sais quoi all its own.
Yeah.
How about Law and Order Indianapolis? They got crime.
Something. There is a Law and Order UK out there, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
We watched the first episode of that. We downloaded it. The problem was
we couldn't understand what they were saying because of the accents.
Yeah, the accents were too heavy. We didn't have subtitles or closed captioning to help us. They were going, "What did he say? What did he say? What did he say?" But it has Freema, I think of times Agyeman from Doctor Who, so that's cool. She's one of the ADAs or whatever they call them there in the UK.
Yeah. Anyway, we might want to see if we can get the DVD set. And
let's see. Thursday was a busy night. We had Bones, CSI, and Mentalist.
Starting with CSI, Ray's not dead. Yay!
Didn't think he would die.
And they did some beautiful stuff with Ray in the hospital, and especially with Dr. Robinson.
Yeah,
you got to go. Robbins? I thought it was Robinson.
One of those.
Robbins. You're right. It's Robbins.
Yes.
Anyway, y'all got to see it, but I was not going to tell you because it was beautiful and touching and wonderful.
Yes.
Mentalist is a lot like Castle. You got this guy who's hanging with the cops who's not really.
Yes.
But
he's a paid consultant.
He's actually a paid consultant. He has a legal right to be there as opposed to just being somebody's buddy who's been foisted on him.
Now, I have to say, though, I like Castle better simply because I like Rick Castle better than I like Patrick Jane. He's very handsome, but parts of his personality rub me the wrong way.
Me too. I didn't know you felt that way. We hadn't talked about it. Yeah, basically, Patrick Jane is a very troubled man.
Mm-hmm. And they really need to address that a little more.
And they really need to kind of address that more because this guy's going to crack on him.
Mm-hmm. Sooner or later, he's going to snap like a twig, and it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
If the writers do it right, really.
Yeah.
But again, nothing hugely new here. Just him facing what happened in the previous season finale, which actually is good for him because very often he doesn't really seem to give a flying flip about consequences. So it's a good character growth that he actually is paying attention to them now.
Yeah.
And then Friday, we had
Bones. We didn't talk about Bones yet.
Oh, my bad.
See, the reason she jumped over Bones is we just now watched Bones because we had to record it.
We were out. Anyway.
TV. Whatever. Anyway, Bones was lovely. They also got the band back together. Yes. They'd scattered to the four winds.
Yes, unlike with Castle, where it's just Castle went away for the summer to finish working on his book, because, that's what he gets paid to do. The gang of Bones, literally just about every character went whoosh to the four corners of the earth. So
some of them together, but whoosh. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they are all back together, and there's special news from Hodgins and Angie, so you might want to tune in if you're a Bones fan and find out what that is.
We were so happy when they let Hodgins and Angela get married last season.
Yeah.
We'd been enjoying their relationship a lot the whole time, and so when they broke them up, especially right after they screwed over Zach so badly, it just pissed us off so bad we almost stopped watching the show.
But we worried through, and a lot of the guys who came in to fill in for Zach were terrific characters too.
Uh-huh. I had no problem in bringing in new people. I mean, interns.
I wish they could find a way to bring Zach back. Be that as it may.
There's no real believable way to do that since, although we know that he didn't actually kill anyone, he has stood accused of murder. So
and he actually confessed.
In a crime lab,
yeah,
not going to happen.
Yeah. And then on Friday we had Smallville
and Supernatural.
Those are two of our
geeky shows.
Those are two of our very favorite shows. Now all of these have a lot of science in them because you got the forensic science.
True, very true.
But Smallville is working. They're now on season 10, and still he has not put on the blue and red.
Although he does have the blue and red now.
We have seen it.
Yes.
Shiny.
And made by Martha. Good. An interesting touch in Smallville, tiny spoiler, is that they're working the angle that Lois does know, but Clark doesn't know she knows. So they're pretending that she pretends that she doesn't know for his sake.
Yeah.
So that's a difference. Because, for years people have been saying, how could she not know that Clark Kent was Superman? It's a pair of glasses and a different hairstyle. Come on.
Give me a break.
This actually works better. Smallville is full of little things like that actually work better.
Yeah.
Except for the whole, he should be flying and wearing the costume by now.
But he did fly.
Yes.
He did. He leapt tall buildings in a single bound. He crunched a taxi on the way up, but he did sort of fly.
Yes. And he caught the Daily Planet Globe and put it back up. So cool. We've gotten a peek at what's going to be this season's major bad guy, which we're thinking is Darkseid. This is not good, people. Lex is
very not good.
Still amongst the missing. They keep saying he's dead, but we had a flash to the future at the end of the last season where he's running for president. So he's out there somewhere. I'm hoping around mid-season Michael Rosenbaum will return.
Yeah.
Because, come on, it's the last season. Please come back, Michael. Please.
Please. Not busy or anything,
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, maybe he's not. He could have been busy.
You don't know. You haven't checked.
And Supernatural. We adore Supernatural. Mm-hmm. The boys are cute. It's just, I don't know how to explain
this. Plot lines are fun.
Plot lines are fun. Well, that whole apocalypse thing was a bit heavy.
That going up against Lucifer, that was a mistake. Something like that, they should have stayed for their very last season.
Because how are you going to top Lucifer? Mm-hmm. And the apocalypse? And now they've got something else brewing, God knows what. We just kind of would what?
There's always going to be evil.
The next episode is called?
What?
2.5 Men.
Uh-oh.
That's either going to be the boys and Dean's stepson.
Ben, yeah.
Or with Supernatural, you don't want to think what half a man could be.
This is very true.
It could be really gross.
I do like in the premiere here that Dean did not just automatically choose to dump the new family he's made over the last year. Of course, he's going to have to find some way to get away from them or the show is not going to last.
Yeah.
After all, the show is Sam and Dean. That's why it cannot work with just one of them. It really can't.
Yeah.
Because, a huge part of the appeal is the two of them bouncing off each other.
Well, not just that. You probably got your Sam girls and your Dean girls.
Oh, absolutely.
And everybody who watches just to see Dean would be waving adios muchacho.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
we also Bobby is one of our favorite characters. He's an older hunter, and we're so very glad they didn't kill him at the end of last season, because it sure looked like they were planning to. Well, okay, technically speaking, they did kill them, but they brought him back, so it's all good.
They brought a lot of people back.
Yeah,
for those of you who watch Supernatural, you already know because it was at the end of the last episode of the last season. Sam didn't stay in hell very long, at least not by our account.
True, we already know that time in hell is different. And frankly, having Grandpa come back, I just got a gut feeling that's going to bite him in the talks.
I think so too. I think Grandpa's going to turn out to be bad news, but we'll find out.
It's going to bite him in the talks.
You wait and see.
Something about this just isn't right. He's been dead since about the 70s, I think it was.
Something like that, 70s or 80s. And yet he's supposed to be more up on hunting than Dean, who happens to have stood down for a year.
Yeah, come on, give
me a break. And the distant cousins, I have this feeling that they should have done a little more investigating than just accepting, oh, yes, Grandpa says you're my cousin, so you're my cousin.
Yeah.
You don't even know that Grandpa's your grandpa.
Yeah.
He might be somebody who just looks like Grandpa.
Because, you've met shapeshifters before.
And I
sure hope seeing Corin Nemec in something new. We know him from Stargate SG-1.
Yeah. And now, we didn't see Cass in the season premiere, but I'm sure hoping he does come back, because I hope he hasn't finished.
Yeah. We liked Cass. We had issues with the whole apocalypse thing, but Cass was a cool character, so we hope we see him again at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as portrayed by the same actor.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Being an angel, he can haunt bodies if he wants to.
Well, if he has to, if he's burned up the body. Also, back to Smallville briefly, it looks like what was that group led by Hawkman?
The Justice League.
Looks like the Justice
Society.
Looks like the Justice Society is going to be coming back.
Which we're glad for, because, come on. We all know that all these heroes exist in the same universe. We should be seeing them.
Yeah.
Anyway, Superman, but that doesn't mean he can't use backup. Besides, Hawkman's done by Michael Shanks, and we like Michael Shanks
a lot. So that pretty much covers this last week of season premieres.
We haven't seen any new shows that caught our fancy yet. I'd like to see No Ordinary Family, about the family that goes on a family vacation and comes back with superpowers.
But it hasn't premiered yet, so we're going to be looking out for it. So
we might talk about that next week, if we think it's worth it.
So long.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.